Good afternoon, everyone. The travel industry is undergoing a clear shift. It's moving from product-led to experience-led. It's moving from channel-centric to an audience-first engagement. Now, today's successes are not about optimizing individual channels. They're about truly understanding your customer and delivering personalized experiences at every touch point. At the same time, as we've heard already, AI is dominating the conversation, but AI is only as effective as the data behind it. High quality, consented, AI-ready data is now strategic necessity, no longer a luxury. Today, we're going to hear a real-world transformation story from the guys at Radisson Hotel Group. The lessons learned, the impact delivered, and what's next on their roadmap. So why don't we start with seeing what these guys are all about.
No matter where we live, who we are, our lives are a series of moments. Memorable moments live forever. So who delivers truly memorable moments when you are away? Who gives you a warm welcome and genuine attention? Who delights you with unexpected rewards that are as unique as you are? Who puts care and attention into everything we do for our people, our planet, and our communities? Who is obsessed with delivering memorable moments every day, everywhere, every time? Radisson Hotel Group, where every moment matters.
So as Wade mentioned, I'm very delighted to be joined on stage today by Jose Romero, Director of Data Analytics, responsible for data quality and fueling the customer lifecycle, including AI initiatives, and Milos Petkovic, Manager of Audience Strategy and AdTech, responsible for using Tealium to drive Radisson's global audience strategy. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me.
So much.
Now, I know Radisson operates in a really competitive experience-led market. Looking ahead, how do you see your roles evolving, and what does intelligent hospitality look like in practice? Jesus, why don't you start us off?
Yeah. Hospitality has changed drastically. We are no longer competing on prices, room, or location, but we have to compete on experiences, relevance, and ease for the guest. Guests no longer think on only booking a room, so we need to look further. We have to evolve in Radisson, and we need to take care of the end-to-end journey of the guest, from inspiration to stay and post-stay, actually. Let me give you an example. So guests no longer book a hotel in London, but they book a hotel in central London that is pet-friendly, has an indoor swimming pool, and on top of that, they need to early check in. So yeah, we need to cater for all of this, and this is where intelligent hospitality comes in, right? Is how we can just use trusted and consented data to cater for their needs, being seamless, helpful, and relevant. And this is the way that we face this challenge is building strong partnerships, in this case, the one that we are building with you, that together will help us to deliver the end goal, that is better service for our hotels and for our guests.
So those guests, the guest expectations you talk about, they continue to rise. And often, and we've heard it earlier today, the data behind these experiences are quite often in a number of different places and different systems. So, Jesus, what are some of the biggest customer and data challenges you're seeing in the hospitality sector today? And how have these challenges shaped the way that you think about data and audience strategies?
Yeah, so exactly. The expectations are growing, and they get in touch with us through a lot of different, so through social networks, through the call center, the web, the app. And for them, this is a seamless journey that is coherent. But from our side, this is not. It's different platforms and especially different identities. So we need to solve this problem. Otherwise, this raises two issues. First, you can miss key moments. I mean, it's a high-stakes market right now, so you need to be there at the right time, or being there but being irrelevant. Maybe you need to use some context that you didn't gather, so it's important to cater for this to be solved. So the CDP is our solution for this, where we can build a unique profile per guest, where we can understand the full interaction that they have with us and the full context, and then to build audiences so we can deliver these experiences across all of the channels, paid, own channels, everything, to make the best experience for them. So basically changing from a campaign-based to our channel-based to an audience-based approach.
Absolutely. So that move from channel-led to audience-first engagement. Milos, what prompted that change for you guys at Radisson, and how did it change the way that your teams work together?
Well, we shifted to customer-centric approach because we wanted to provide the best experience to our customers. And previously, I guess like in many organizations, our teams were organized around channels, and they were optimizing their own performance. But we know, and actually we saw on all the presentations and workshops yesterday, that customers, they don't think in channels, but they think in experience. So to truly grow revenue and loyalty, we had to make this move from channel-first to customer-first mindset. And with the technology, well, CDP technology is definitely giving us the starting point to understand, first of all, customer well, their behaviors, preferences, intent, and then from there to move from this creating generic campaigns to true audience-driven engagement. So to basically now at the moment to anticipate in customer needs.
And is there any specific use cases that you can share with us?
I have two to mention today. The first one is about customer lifetime value. And this use case is somehow split into two. One really obvious, it's directed to the higher value members. And we use predict insights to drive more upsell, cross-sell loyalty. But the second was also a surprise for us because this is about low value members. Because with the help of the CDP, we achieved way more information than we had before. So basically, this group of customers were previously excluded from all media campaigns just because from CRM point of view, they couldn't bring any value. But now we created a specific strategy to re-engage with them and to back them into the customer journey. And the second example is about resorts. So resorts are definitely our key strategic point that we have at the moment, but we know that not so many travelers identify our brands with resorts, and we actually have a plenty of beautiful resorts. So we wanted actually to find a group that could be interested in these properties. And with this strategy, we not only drive more conversions and revenue, but also we achieved to reshape the perception that customers have about our brands and to build awareness. And just talking about the use cases, I think that the most important things are numbers. Yep. So only last year we achieved significant results that provide that are proof that this technology is helping us with 67% of the higher return on that spend and 127% of higher conversion rate for the CDP audiences versus non-CDP audiences.
Great results. Look, I know Tealium's been essential to this transformation
Definitely.
for you guys. So Milos, can you share how it supported your marketing and customer experience objectives, and how the data and having that reliable activation-ready data was so important for you guys?
Yeah, Tealium CDP definitely plays a central role for this because this is not only one team tool, but this is company-wide capability that connects just data, teams, and business objectives. From the really beginning, we already saw the value from this tool because the implementation process was really fast, and in that moment, timing was really critical for us. So we achieved to have first use case in only 3 weeks. So that helped us just to grab this momentum across teams and then to start to build trust with them. And not only creating customer profiles, which we know that in hospitality is really complex because interaction with our customers happens across so many touch points, but also data quality and governance is so important for us because we are sure that all teams are working with the same data. And this is helping us also to scale the next stage, which is personalization. And of course, having all this data in one place, the second part is activation with the wide range of integration that Tealium has. But I would say that definitely the most important thing that Tealium helped us is definitely to change organization that we had, because with CDP, we created this foundation that was shared between different teams, so paid media, marketing, data. So now we are all speaking the same language, the language of customers and audiences, and now we are able not only to understand customers, but also to act on the insights that we are receiving from CDP.
Brilliant. Love hearing about customers talking about the trust they have in the data and how they can quickly activate it, so that's great. Jesus, I know AI is on your roadmap, and I think it's fair to say you guys have taken quite a pragmatic approach to it. Perhaps you could talk us through how you're using it right now and how it's forming part of your data strategy.
Sure. Actually, you mentioned pragmatic, and you mentioned at the beginning that AI is as good as the data you put behind it. This is true, of course, but we like to say also that AI is as good as the results you get from it. So I'm going to tell you about 3 examples of what are we using it right now. So first is Smart Search. This is tied to what I meant about what the user expect, right? The guests expect. They no longer want to look for a room in London, but to give more context, right? So it's giving them the ability to use in our search bar in the website, the ability to look for a wider context, not only a hotel. And in here, as I mentioned, it's key to measure if this is working, to understand if we should keep doing it or to improve it. So having a proper implementation of Tealium to measure all of these, not only the feature, but what is happening afterwards, is key to get the results. Then we have the content automation, AI to create images or text. This is the main use case, I believe. So we are doing it, but again, it's important to tie it to the guest. So you need to have a proper CDP with a proper profiles per guest, so you can tie this content to the user and then use the right content at the right time.
And how does it let you go beyond kind of just enabling those particular use cases?
Sure. So basically, what we are doing is using you to have a really good layer of data that we can use to enable all of these different use cases, not only in Tealium, but we also export it, and so we can use our own AI features in Google Cloud, in our case, and then the CDP to activate this across all of the channels.
Brilliant. And Milos, looking back at your implementation journey, the changes that you guys have gone through, what do you see were the biggest lessons that you've learned or the challenges that you've had to overcome?
Well, the most important lesson that we learn, I think, that this is that success of the CDP, it's not about technology that much as a value that this technology can bring to your business. And because of that, we, from the really beginning, established this value realization approach where each use case, decision, and integration are related to some KPIs, directly to the KPIs. Because we didn't implement technology just for the sake of it, but we wanted to resolve some real business challenges that we have at the moment. And yeah, for all use cases, we had some particular customer-centric KPIs like retention or customer lifetime value, and connecting them all the time with the business KPIs like revenue growth or efficiency. That approach helped us to prioritize use cases, but importantly, to meet expectations from different stakeholders, because from the first moment, we are all the time trying to show the value of the tool. And yeah, I think that is definitely the most important thing. So I would say that if I can back time and knowing all the things, I would definitely establish solid reporting that could be shared across teams, because I think this is essential for so many things that came after.
And what's next then? What's next on the roadmap for you guys?
If I take a look into the moment that also the project that we are having now, I would say that we already see the next stage of maturity, because we are now integrated other subsidiaries and brand units into this project. which is somehow for us the way of validation that the foundation that we build with the CDP, it's good enough and that is scalable, it's bringing good business results. And the future is, with the CDP, is definitely about personalization through predict insights and AI. So our plan is definitely to scale more use cases using predict insights to try more cross-sell, upsell, loyalty, reactivation strategies also to build the loyalty members list, and also to work on personalization on the web and media channels. But definitely when I see the CDP stays like a foundation for all the projects that we plan for the future.
Great. Look, I know, thank you for sharing your story with us. Thank you for allowing us to come on this journey with you. I know there's a lot of people in the audience that have either perhaps just started or just about to start their journey into all things AI. So hopefully they've taken some inspiration from the story that you have. I know I have. So guys, thank you very much for joining us today. Appreciate your time. And yeah, let's all the success for the future.
Yeah, thank you so
very
much.
Thank you.